All right, it's Ron Goodall from FightHype.com. I'm here with the 21-0 undefeated Brandun Lee, soon to be, fighting for the IBO Intercontinental Super lightweight title on Showtime on the 10th. And just want to check in with you, champ, and just see how you're doing and how important this is for you being a main event. I know this is not your first main event, but this is like a schedule.
Yeah.
Like, we want Brandun Lee to be here on front center of Showtime. So,
I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. My last fight wasn't televised. So, this fight, I'm super excited because all my fans can see me live. Um, you know, I'm ready. I'm ready to fight, ready to go.
now, your opponent is a really tough opponent. I don't know. It's Samuel Teah. He was coming off a victory of a big prospect, Sonny Fredrickson from Toledo, Ohio.
Yep.
He's also beaten guys like Kenneth Smith Jr. And on top of it, he's never been stopped. And he's definitely gamed. And just wanted to kind of see. And I think he also beat Kid. Dang, I just butchered his name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Foster. He's beaten some really, really tough fighters and prospects. So, what coming in this fight, would you say this is on paper your toughest and most difficult fight to date?
Yeah, by far he's going to be my biggest test on paper. But style makes fights, and man, I'm feeling sharp. I'm looking sharp. I had like a 9-week camp for this fight, so I'm more than ready. March 10th, I'm gonna go out there and do what I do best.
And seeing how this fight's going to take place on Showtime, it's going to be on a Wednesday for a lot of people who may not know, not like the Saturday. So this upcoming Wednesday on the 10th should be a really exciting fight. Just kind of wanted to get your overall thoughts on just like what happens after this fight. Like, what type of position would get you? Would this get you a title fight? Would this set you up for like a bigger opportunity overall?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this fight's gonna be for the IBO, for the vacant IBO Intercontinental title belt. So this is gonna be my first belt. Drawn Ennis, he went after the IBO world title back in December. We already knew who was gonna win that fight. It was an easy dub for Boots. The headbutt happened, unfortunately. So, he went for his world title. So I think it's time for me to get my world title by the end of 2021.
And with that all being said, there's a big, undisputed fight going down at 140 between like Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez. Is that who you're targeting for all the marbles?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull Teofimo and go for the undisputed.
Absolutely. And just curious, like, because that's a big fight in your division and you're coming right on the heels of that opportunity to face maybe one of those guys. Do you have like a select winner in that fight, or will you be watching that fight as well?
I will definitely be tune in to the fight. I personally think Josh Taylor takes it. I think Josh Taylor becomes undisputed.
Okay. And would that be the hopeful fight in the future, Brandun Lee and Josh Taylor?
Definitely down the line. If he doesn't move it to 147, definitely.
Okay. And, overall with this fight that's taking place, you've been pretty active in general. How many more fights do you see yourself potentially having in this year, seeing that they're just so short back to back?
Yeah, this year, after this fight, I'll probably have maybe 2 or 3 more fights. I feel like, my body is still young, but I fought in October and I fought in December and I fought in March. So it's kind of like back to back. So I think to a certain point, you need to give the body time to rest. So I think after this fight, I'm going to take a few weeks off, maybe like 2 weeks, and let the body heal, let the body recover. And then hopefully I'm back in July.
Okay. And in between you can eat some good Cane's chicken, maybe go some fishing.
Yeah, definitely.
And I've seen you've been doing some fishing on social media.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so I already booked my deep sea fishing trip. I'm going out on March 14th out of Newport.
Okay.
Newport, California. Yeah.
Is that how you kind of like relax a little bit after like a hard day of training or a hard week of training, to be exact?
Yeah. So you know, Monday through Saturday I'm grinding, and then Sunday we have like a little reservoir out here where I live. So every Sunday I wake up at like five o'clock, whatever, and then I go and try to catch me some trout.
Okay. And you just fish for the sport, or you also eat it, you know?
Yeah, I fish for the sport and I throw them back. This dude's looking at me like, what the hell is wrong with you? So yeah.
Yeah, because I know you can cook. You know, a lot of people don't know. Like you go on your Instagram
Yeah.
live, and you be throwing down in the kitchen. You know, you throw it down in the ring, and then you come back and make some pancakes and some smoothies and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
That's another thing. That's another thing I love to do when I'm not in camp, because you know right now I'm on like a little diet, so I can't. I'm restricted on things like eat. But um, I don't know if you heard of this hot sauce company. It's called Trust Sauce.
Okay.
They just send me a bunch of hot sauce and pasta sauce and mayonnaise and all that. So I'm looking forward to coming back and making a nice buffalo chicken sandwich with our hot sauce.
Okay. So after the 10th, that's gonna be the first thing you're gonna eat. Oh, I mean, my bad. You're
Yep.
probably gonna eat something like out around the arena, but when you get back to the crib, that's gonna be the
first thing I whip up. Yep.
Okay. Okay. And you know, with all this training and during this COVID and quarantine stuff, like, have you got like used to this whole process and adapted? Because I've heard people, you know, they go to you know, a week before the fight to make weight, and they say like, you know, the hotels, the facilities, it's like really difficult, but you didn't have any issues making your weight. So like, is it a process that you got down on?
I haven't had any issues making weight. My last weigh-in, I was like 0.2 over, so I just needed to take off my socks and I made the weight. But no, I think those fighters who had a hard time making weight, I think they're trying to do it at the last minute. And that's one thing I don't do personally. I like to lose my weight. I like to be, you know, a couple pounds off by the time I'm flying out. So I feel like those guys are trying to kill like 10 pounds, you know, in like 2 days. So, which is bad for the body. So I think they're just lacking it.
Okay. And I guess just seeing that you have this process down for 140, how long do you see yourself at 140? Just seeing the fact that, you know, you're a growing man, and I can probably maybe see you at 147 at some point.
Yeah, definitely. I see myself at 140 as long as I can. Right now, I'm making, well, March 9th is gonna be the first time I ever make 140 as a professional. So I'm on schedule to make the weight easily. So until I start having a more rough time, then we'll start considering to move up. But for now, we're staying at 140.
Okay. And I don't know if this is like official. There's been some rumors and stuff of like, because like there's some really good fighters 135, you know, and some of them are starting to creep in your division. I think I've heard a potential maybe Gervonta Davis may go to 140.
And Barrios.
And Barrios. What's your whole take on maybe just Gervonta coming in your division? Does that excite you, seeing that, you know, potential maybe future showdown? So that
I personally think he's too small for the division. Does he have the punching power? Yes, but you know, physically, I think he's just too small for the division. Does he beat Mario Barrios? I don't know, maybe, because you know, once Tank gets on the inside and he does his work, as soon as he's in his rhythm, he does what he does, and you know, we all know what he does best, putting people to sleep. So, yeah.
Yeah, but 140 divisions, like a lot of times people underestimate that division because sometimes maybe there's not the glamour and glitz that, you know, some of the promoters and networks have, you know, invested in the previous years. But there's, you know, for anyone that's entering your division, like it's not a easy division at all to just jump right into. Would you say?
No, not at all. I think from like 130 all the way to 154, it's a hot division. All those weight classes are hot, and it's packed.
Mm-hmm. And with some of the previous fights that just went down, I just wanted to get your overall opinion. Like Canelo obviously just fought his mandatory against Yildirim. You know, was there anything that didn't surprise you about that performance from Canelo at all?
The only thing that surprised me was the concert. But other than that, it surprised me.
You like the concert, the J Balvin concert? It was pretty nice.
Yeah, it was all right. It's full of different boxing. But Canelo gave the fans a show, so that's cool. That's cool of him to do that.
You know, I'm sure that you wouldn't want to be like the other side, you know, sitting in the ring for 7 minutes, you know, while the concert's going on. But
yeah, I would have been pissed off saying that.
like do the concert before I come to the ring. I'm sure.
Yeah.
But Canelo's going to be facing Billy Joe Sanders at 168. Some people say that it might be a difficult style matchup. Would you agree or disagree with that?
You know what? For Billy Joe Sanders, I really don't. I'm not enough tape of him to really understand his style and predict his style. But I hear he's like a decent boxer. I know he's way bigger than Canelo. I really can't say much because I don't know enough to judge the guy.
Okay, which you know is understandable. You don't want to throw out. I know you're really good with your picks, so it's you're a man of your word. So you ain't just throwing out picks without actually. Maybe we'll take some time to look at some film together, or you take some time and give the fans some.
You know, I'll definitely check it out, and we'll come back to the question definitely.
Yeah. And also, you know, a big fight for the women's boxing. I don't know. But Clarissa Shields is going to be fighting in a couple of days, potentially being 2-time undisputed, you know, and overall, have you had any interactions with Clarissa? Have you been around? Have you seen her? And
I have, you know, back in 2010, 2011, we were at the National PAL in Toledo, Ohio. And that was the first time I ever saw her. And we actually went to breakfast, and I think her original trainer Jason and they were there, and my pop started talking to them, and I remember just seeing this girl fighting, bing, and knocking out other girls. I was like, what the hell? You don't see that, and you don't see that when girls are fighting. I was like, damn. So I actually took a picture of her. I'm sure it's somewhere on a freaking little film somewhere. But yeah, I took a picture of her back in 2011, 2010.
You know, and seeing who she's progressed to be, like, you know, 2-time gold medalist and things she's done. She has a fight with Marie Dacare. Excuse me again if I'm butchering names, but that's going down. I don't know if you may have seen her opponent, but just kind of from what you got from Clarissa Shields, would you say it would be pretty hard for any female boxers to come up and give her an L professionally?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's just something about Clarissa Shields that, I mean, she fights like a dude, let's face it. And, I mean, her punching power, her skill, just her skills alone, no one's touching her.
So the female GOAT, would you say?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, 2-time undisputed, that's crazy. 2-time Olympic gold medalist, come on.
You got a lot of respect for that. And in addition to you know, some of the greats that, you know, came before her, there's a potential like Manny Pacquiao versus Mikey Garcia fight being rumored out there. And you know, Mikey's a guy that came from your division, you know, moving up to 147 to face Pacquiao. How do you think that fight goes down?
Man, that's kind of, I mean, Pacquiao's older. Pacquiao's older. You got Mikey Garcia, who's like he can box, but at the same time, he kind of sits right in front of you and just outboxes you right in front of you. So it's kind of difficult. I don't even see how that fight's going down, really.
Would you say like determining on like Manny Pacquiao's age, how he looks coming in the ring? Because I guess many people may look at like Pacquiao might win.
That fight, man, I can't see it. I don't know how that fight's going. I really don't know how the fight's going to go down. I mean, Pacquiao comes forward. Mikey Garcia, he either comes forward or he boxes. but most of the time he's coming forward. You're gonna have Mikey Garcia throwing that nice jab, nice 1-2, and then you're gonna have Pacquiao, doing his freaking 6-10 punch combinations. So it's like really, it's kind of hard to say. So yeah, I can't visualize how that fight's gonna go down.
Probably have to later go down, a couple weeks prior to the fight, get your, actual breakdown,
Yeah, definitely.
But there is another fight that is should be coming up soon. It's Teofimo Lopez and Kambosos. I guess before with the fight breakdown, I just wanted to get your opinion on like the whole Triller thing and like what's your whole opinion about like Triller coming into boxing? I know they did the Mike Tyson and Roy Jones stuff.
I've never heard of that company until the Mike Tyson and Roy Jones. And as far as Teofimo, I mean, he knows his value, I guess, and he took a risky move, and it paid off. So props to him for taking that move. I mean, he kind of like put all the chips in, and he came out big. So props to him.
And with all the, I think they have like a Regis Prograis and Ivan Redcash fight going on the Jake Paul undercard. I know that you may have like some opinions on like some of the YouTubers coming in and stuff like that. Like, do you think it's good for boxing or bad for boxing coming that you dedicated your life to the sport?
People say that, they're bringing in they're bringing in new fans. Not really. They're not, because when those two YouTubers, Jake Paul and KSI fought, or Logan Paul and KSI, one of them fought. I mean, and they showed the crowd. Actually, when Devin Haney was the main event and Logan Paul fought, or Jake Paul, one of them fought. My assistant trainer actually went and took his son to that fight because his little son wanted to see Jake Paul or Logan Paul. My assistant coach, Freddie, told me that the whole time, the whole crowd was on their phone or just talking, taking pictures until Jake Paul or Logan Paul fought. Then they actually watched. So I think it's a joke, really.
With I guess Jake Paul coming in and he's taking on these fights, would you entertain a fight with a YouTuber? Would it be more for the sake of defending the sport, or would it be a combination of taking the money, because there's a lot of money involved in the YouTube
For
scene?
me,
Mm-hmm.
if I fought a YouTuber,
yeah, like would you?
I'm beating a YouTuber's ass. I mean, if you want to be a boxer, shit, we gonna fight then. I mean, I've been asked that question before. Would you fight a YouTuber? And I simply say, of course I'd fight a YouTuber, but let the YouTubers do the YouTube, let the actors do the acting, let the boxers do the boxing. Mm-hmm. I'm a professional fighter. I'm not gonna go and try to go and tell Jeremy Lin how to play basketball.
No. But if the opportunity, I guess, presented itself, would you?
If the opportunity, I would take it, and I'll put it to sleep. I'll put it to sleep.
Fair enough. But with the Triller platform and I guess the Teofimo Lopez fight being on one of the cards, how do you think that fight goes out with Kambosos?
I got Teofimo on that. I really don't know much of the other guy. I do know that he is smaller than Teofimo. I think he is an explosive fighter, right?
Yeah. He just came off with he's a come forward fighter, and he just beat Lee Selby, who's like a slick defensive fighter. So he ended up winning that.
Yeah, I really don't know too much on the other guy, but Teofimo, he's a good counter puncher, good puncher, good boxer. I'm gonna have to go with Teofimo on that.
Okay. Yeah, and and overall with all these great boxing matches and all this stuff that's coming up, we also got to talk about the great merch that you just launched not too long ago. It's real fly, real clean, and I just wanted to bring an opportunity for you to speak a little bit about it and how it came out.
So I recently just launched my merch back in February 1st or something like that, and we sold out quick. I had to reorder. So if you guys ordered and haven't got your order yet, it's because that we're packaging it up as we speak, and we're about to send it out. But Right now I'm actually having 20% off on my whole website. And orders over $50 get a free Team Brandun Lee gym towel. It's like a little gym towel. It has my logo on it and my name. We have shirts, hoodies, long sleeves, dry fit shirts that I like to use when I work out or, spar. We got hats, hoodies, face masks. So we got a little bit of everything. And I mostly promote it on my Instagram link or my Twitter link. So, yeah, it's been successful.
And I think I was watching one of your IG lives. Sometimes you even like sign a little autograph here and there if they want it. And
Yeah.
Some love.
So if fans want an autograph, I just tell them to DM me the order number, and then if they want extra stickers and autograph or whatever, just let me know. I'm an easygoing guy, so I'll make it happen.
And then, and of course, before I end all this, gotta ask you, man. You got all these new Call of Duty Warzone updates and all this stuff. Like, are you still getting dubs and the gulags?
In Warzone, I haven't played. To be honest, I haven't played Warzone. Man, ever since I got Core, I haven't played Warzone. I just been playing zombies because
okay.
Yeah, I'll be playing zombies, and I'm not the best, but I could go to maybe round 35 by myself, so I can hold my own.
You play zombies by yourself, solo dolo, like no teammates?
Yeah, mostly by myself, because whenever I play with other people, they either they keep dying, so I have to go pick them up, and then I die. So I kind of like to play by myself. You play zombies?
Back in the day, I used to play World at War, but I might have to be your partner, man, because this doesn't sound good, man.
We could run it. Yep, we could run it.
We've been meaning to play games. Maybe we can start the launch of Brandun Lee Twitch. Get you.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Show some punching skills and some gaming skills. Put you in a new fight night if that ever comes out.
That'd be dope. Yeah.
But of course, I just want to leave the platform. Final words and social media, and any last things that you want to tell before your fight comes up on the 10th March against a very tough opponent on Showtime.
Tune in March 10th. I'm back as a main event on Showtime. Showbox New Generation. I'm looking out there to go do and what I do best: seek and destroy. I give the fans what they want. Fans want knockouts, so that's what I'm here for. And they say that iron sharpens iron. Man, I've been sparring some top dogs, so I'm feeling sharp, looking sharp, and I'm looking forward to getting that belt.
Could I ask you give us one name of someone that you sparred? Just if you can. If not, that's good.
He's a silver medalist from the Olympics. They call him Wonder Boy.
Okay. What country? Is he from the U.S. or?
He's Uzbekistan.
Okay. I'm gonna have to Google this, man.
His first name starts with the S. His last name starts with the G. Does he
have a fight coming up?
I don't think he has a fight coming. He signed with Eddie Hearn.
Okay. I think he's like a welterweight, right?
140, yeah.
Okay. Is it Shakram?
Shakram, yeah. Shakram, that's his name.
Okay. So I'm looking at it. He has a really solid resume. So you're getting some really good work, and that's really great.
Yeah, definitely.
So, any social media for the fans to follow you so they can get all the scoop?
Yep. So, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, Brandun_Lee, BRANDUN_Lee. You guys can get my merch there. Just click the link in my bio. And like I said, if you guys want to autograph or extra stickers or anything like that, just DM me the order number and I'll make it happen.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds great, champ.